Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Gerard, Black in the Philippines with the Truth. I am your host. You know me. Let me stop. When I listen to music, often the time, all the artists who I listen to, I've had interaction with throughout my career. So, with that being said, I'm listening to the Stylistics, and I interview these brothers, and the one falsetto. I'm bad with names, but he's awesome. But I don't want to have this blocked. So because I'm playing music that might be copyright or whatever, I'm gonna stop it right here. So I'm trying to decide. What do I want to talk about. I could talk about the gang violence in New York, the drill rap, the beef going on between rappers and wannabe rappers and old rappers, knocking young rappers and young rappers knocking old rappers and the hating. I could talk about that. Or I could talk about another police shooting or another incident where, the police had a baby in the car and took the baby out the car and dropped it on its face, a black baby, and charging a black man who had legally had a gun. He fired a warning. I could talk about all kinds of things. Or a young brother who was studying to go to law school, about ready to take his bar exam. And some scumbag called and said that he was involved in a robbery, and without the police checking, they had a warrant from one judge, who wouldn't sign it. So they went to another one and changed the paperwork, and they got it, and they roll up on me, and he's firing out the car like a drive-by, an unmarked car, killing this black boy. We could talk about that. We could talk about the war in Ukraine, which is so bad and so horrible. Oh my God! And the people who I know, and people who still have families there, and how painful it is, how they must be feeling about their loved ones, and watching this whole thing unfold in the news. We could talk about that. What else can we could talk about? Trump? No, we can't. So there's a lot of things that I could talk about that are unpleasant in this world today. But I don't want to talk about the unpleasantness in the world. I want to talk about the beauty in the world. The beauty between man and woman. The beauty between, I just posted a video about paying bills, and although I hate going shopping, I love taking Mia grocery shopping because I love filling out the cart so heavy. She's trying to push it because there's so much stuff in it. That cracks me up. I don't help her. I just let her struggle. I say, you got to work for everything you get in this world, girl. So it's funny watching her struggle up and down the aisles with a cart full of groceries. And this past time, I met a nice, cool brother, man. This brother named Charlie. Shout out to you, Charlie, if you're watching this. I'm sorry I fall victim to the Philippines. I don't have a load on my phone right now. And it's funny because not all the places have loads. And when they do have loads, either you gotta have a Sun or you gotta have a Globe, or you gotta have a Smart or whatever. And sometimes it's hard to find one that has it all the time. So I'm in between loads right now, Charlie, but I'll get one and I'll hit you back up because we definitely gonna get together and roll. Okay, and I met another brother when I went to play poker. And he was Mia's ex-boss and everything. So, I heard a lot about him. So I said, introduce you to him. She didn't want to introduce us. That's all right. I'm perfectly fine with saying, yo, I'm Gerard. No, I'm personally cool with going to somebody and introducing myself and telling someone, yeah, I heard a lot about you, man. It's nice to meet you. Finally, nice to meet you and all this stuff like this. He's a cool cat. But when I left, I said, look, man, hit me up if you want to come over. He said, no, I'm not texting her. Now, you see, I don't have no problem with any girl that I'm with texting guys. You know what I'm saying? Or having a guy text her. It's okay. They're your friends. As long as you don't go out that door to meet nobody. It's okay. I mean, I'm not that jealous, that I'm gonna be paranoid over someone who you're talking to on the line. Yeah, I don't know what it's about. And to be perfectly honest with you, I have the most raunchiest conversation with my girlfriends, especially if a girl texts me and says, Gerard, can I borrow some money? I said, oh yeah, girl, you want to come and no, I'm not doing that. Okay, no, you can't ask me for money. Like that. So, one thing I learned in this world, and that is, you never say no. You always make them an offer that they will refuse. Real story. I was a driver because that's what I always did. I'm a personal driver, and I was driving for a woman who controlled the whole west side of Manhattan as far as marijuana and drugs is concerned. Her name was Maureen, and she was a bar owner, a bar called the Half Breed, and she was one of the first bona fide butch lesbian girls who was actually making headwaves in the after hour scenes in Manhattan along with my mother. Not that my mother was gay, but my mother was her road dog, so to speak. So I used to drive for Maureen and what have you. So to make a long story short, there was a couple called the Fat People. If this is in the New Yorker, if you can find a New Yorker magazine back in those days, you'd be able to follow up on this story and verify that's the receipt of what it is I'm telling you. And the Fat People were an old couple, fat couple, or Jewish couple. And what they were doing was that they were going around kind of like extorting bar owners. They would buy your bar, but they would word it in the contract to whereas that they would have the liquor come through your bar, but you were still responsible for it. And at the same time, they would take the liquor out from the front door to the back door and distribute it in other places. So it became a real strong arm type of situation that they were doing. And Maureen was starting up her bar called the Half Breed, and they wanted them dead. They wanted them dead. So a friend of mine's had a friend who was taking silencers, putting silencers on guns that were like 32 and below. Anything in a higher caliber, he couldn't mess with. And when he got an order over 10, he would, hey, you want one? You want one? You want one? You want one? He would add on and make some extra money doing it that way. So Maureen had a 22 single shot that she wanted a silencer on. So she got it. It was nice. We test fired. Poof, poof. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Only a single shot, but yet and still, it was a single shot 22 could do it damage. So anyway, the Fat People's bodyguards, who also wanted to take over the business, wanted a hit done on the two of them. So Maureen came to me and asked me, would I do the hit? Now, this is where I say you never say no. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. Said, how much you charge? I said, $7,000. They said, $7,000? Fuck that. That's too expensive. But, you see, I did not say no. See, I kept faith by just making an offer that they would refuse. Within a matter of weeks, the Fat People were killed in their bedroom, shot. No one was ever charged for it. No one ended up doing it. But then that's what happened to the Fat People. Someone did ultimately do it. Maureen tried to sell the silencer, to kind of speed things up. She tried to sell the silencer. I was supposed to drive. I didn't drive that night. And the feds came in while she was trying to sell the silencer inside the van. And she wanted me to come forward to the grand jury and tell them that this is the only person who she was doing business with. And My mother told me don't get involved, and so I said no. So I had heard that there was a contract put out on me, so that's when I jumped from the East Coast to the West Coast. So anyway, so that's what happened. So anyway, so uh, getting back to, you don't say no. You just make them an offer that you can't, that they will refuse. So that's what I do. So I know I have some really raunchy conversations because I've said it time and time again. If you're married and you got a boyfriend, you got no business asking another man for money. You know, unless you are prepared to give up something that you most dearly, 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 dearly cherish, and that's yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're a single girl, I mean, go for what you know. If that's what you want to do, that's how you get down. But then if you're a married girl, and I had a friend of mine who come to me and asked me want to borrow 2,000 pesos. I didn't answer her. She's a dear friend of mine, dear friend of mine. I know she's married, and I doubt if her husband know that he had come to me, she had come to me asking me for money. So I didn't answer her. I couldn't. So I waited till I saw her. I said, baby, you know what? The reason why I did not answer you, because I wanted to look you in the eye when I asked you this question. Because if I answer you, I would have to say, does your husband know you are asking me for money? I already know the answer would have been no. So I said, you see, it's because of that. I would not do that. I would not go behind your husband back and give you money. I wouldn't expect anyone to go behind my back and give Mia money. More so than that, I would not expect Mia to ask anybody for money. You understand? So, so you have to. So, you have to. You know, I know money here is hard. It's hard as hell here. But you'll make it. You'll make it. You'll make it. Now, I had one girl come to me and she wanted to borrow money from me, and she had kids, and I said, okay. I said, I'll loan you 1,000 pesos. I said, bring your husband when you come get the money. You understand that? Bring your husband when you come get the money. Because I'm going to give it to your husband. I'm not giving it to you. I'm giving it to your husband. Because I don't want you to go back to your husband and say, yeah, I got this from Gerard. Oh, really? You got it from Gerard? What did he want from you? Now, I don't even know if they're capable of playing that scenario out in their heads, but that's what I would be playing it. Nobody gives nobody something for nothing. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to make this out into a long thing. I got a couple of things I want to share with you. So you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines. I apologize because I just found out that some of the quality of my videos are not up to par. And that's because I still don't know how to upload videos. I'm not getting it, And I hit the real low res, and exporting it or transporting it to a file. And so because it's the real low res, you're not getting the high quality res that you're probably accustomed to. And I'm determined to fix that. Some way, somehow, I'm going to fix that. But until I do, it's all I have to work with, then just to get them out. I got to get my team back in here. I'm trying to get them in here now, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth, and I'm not gonna give you my sign off right now because I'm gonna give it to you. No, I'll give it to you now because it's coming from me now, right here. Say it with me. Dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly and always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. Are we living good today? Good. I am, and I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation, once sung, "Treat her like a lady." And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make me and him feel like a king. I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna fix those videos yet. Peace. Love you like a love song, baby. Everything is me. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you. Oh, you are everything, and everything is you. Oh. Love you like a love song, baby. Okay, before I let you go, I'm gonna throw something in. My suspenders are showing. Okay, Lionel Richie. If you've been listening to me, you know that he owes me $200 and still have not paid me my $200. But we're gonna stop this right here because, again, I don't want to get blocked. What I want to say to you, I want to add in here a little bit something else about Maureen. Maureen had the most baddest chick there was. Her name was Mona. Oh my God, a very feisty girl, and Maureen was short. She was Irish. She had one of these little. She was a character all in herself, and the two of them would be throwing down, But he was like, "Bitch, go get." She was like, "Bitch, go get my money." Maureen was cool. She was real cool. But what I want to talk to you about briefly is the segregation between Filipino girls. I was watching this movie about baby Dumaguete. He was the president of Haiti, and how he came to power, and how he was elected president. And how he was elected president is that when he ran his campaign, he targeted the dark-skinned Haitians against the light-skinned Haitians. And because there was more dark-skinned Haitians than there were light-skinned Haitians, he won because the dark-skinned Haitians, voted for him. Now I say that like here in the Philippines, when foreigners think about Filipino girls, in my opinion, they think about white-skinned Filipino girls. Because that's the stereotype that they put out there about Filipino girls. Not only white skin is like the representation of Filipino girls, but it's the same thing like in Brazil. When you watch the news, when you watch the movies, when you watch the soap operas, when you watch the commercials, when you watch whatever, they always use white-skinned Filipino girls. Or when you see the good jobs, or if you see the jobs dealing with in the public and all that stuff, you see white-skinned Filipino girls. So a lot of foreigners that come here, they come here, and of course they go with white-skinned Filipino girls. My theory is not only because they're white-skinned, because they don't want to come here and get involved with dark-skinned Filipino girls. Because they don't see themselves dating dark-skinned people, period, girls, period, or hanging out with them, for that matter. But it's interesting, when you get a group of Filipino girls together, you either have a group of Filipino girls that are all white-skinned Filipino girls, or they're dark-skinned Filipino girls. And sometimes I think it's like a class status, how they identify themselves with and to. White-skinned Filipino girls may tend to be, more educated, more inclined to be more at a higher level socially than dark-skinned Filipino girls. But on the same token, they're girls. But if there's a group of white Filipino girls and there's dark-skinned Filipino girls, they won't invite each other in to mix. I noticed that, and I found it kind of odd. But then, I guess, I guess I kind of understand it. Being black and everything like that. With me, it doesn't matter. Me, it doesn't matter. Girls are girls are girls are girls. It all depends upon how I met her, where I meet her, and whatever girl I want, I always got. For the simple reason that I always target a girl who had a job. I always target a girl who was working. I always target a girl who is showing me indirectly that she can take care of her own self. She can take care of her own business. And that's more appealing and more attractive to me than the color of your skin. I don't target girls in clubs. I don't target girls in bars. I don't target girls in... No. I want to see you on the job. Okay? I just want to throw that in there. You watch your Gerard Black in the Philippines. Remember, dreams are nothing. Oh, I already said all that. I'll talk to you later. Watch these videos. I think you kind of like them. Yeah. Peace. Okay, greetings, everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, like, and share. Well, I posted a video about in real time, and I told you about this Floridian who just came here to the Philippines, first time, and you know what? I'm not going to go through the story, but they tell me, the best way to be told about something is from the horse's mouth. So right now, let me introduce you to Mike. This is Mike. Mike, what's up, Mike?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay now.
Okay, so tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Florida.
Okay.
USA.
And you've only been in the Philippines for about how long?
Well, I've been here since 10:30 last Saturday, the 26th.
Okay. Now, tell us about the circumstances of how you ended here. I don't want to let too much out, but tell us about you met a girl and what?
Yes, I did. I met a girl online about a year ago, and I fell in love with her, and I was promised marriage from her, and I tried to get over here as soon as possible. I've been supporting her ever since.
Okay. You were sitting here about how much a month?
Oh my goodness! Sometimes anywhere from $200 to $500 every month. Twice a month, sometimes.
For the promise of marriage.
Absolutely, yes.
And you just retired.
Yes, I did.
Retired from where?
Well, retired from what?
Yeah.
Well, I retired from, I'm a builder, I'm a roofer. I've been in construction all my life.
You said roofing, it was funny because when I was in San Francisco, I used to do a little construction and all that stuff. And people used to talk about people who were pouring tar. Oh, it stinks.
Yes.
I remember this one guy said, smells like $100 bills to me.
It does, but it's very hard work.
Yeah.
I've always worked hard for my money, no matter what I've done.
Okay.
I diversify. I can actually build a house from the ground up.
Okay.
I read blueprints, of course. I draw blueprints.
Okay.
When I left Florida, Fort Pierce, Florida, I was a maintenance man and manager of a 15-unit apartment complex. And, that was my retirement. In other words, it's kind of like, okay, I've retired, but I haven't retired.
Right, okay.
It's hard to retire when you work hard all your life. You cannot just sit down.
Right, sure.
You have to keep busy.
Sure.
And I've always
They sit down and do that in the United States. Here in the Philippines, they don't.
Oh, yeah, no. I'll tell you what, the Philippines is the best place I've ever been in my life.
What made you decide to say, okay, I'm leaving the United States. I'm going to the Philippines?
Well, it's been my dream for 25 years to come here.
Wow.
I talked to a woman, actually I wrote her for 7 years, 25 years ago. And not only was I in love with her at that time, I was in love with the Philippines.
Okay.
Okay? I've always wanted to come here because I've seen such beauty here and beauty in the people.
Okay. Yes, we are.
You know, the majority of the Philippine people here are so good, so kind-hearted, so helpful. You know, it kind of brings tears to my eyes sometimes.
Wait. We're gonna do something about those tears.
Yeah.
Tell us about this girl. This girl.
Oh my goodness! I can tell you a lot about this girl.
Okay, so what happened? So you decide to come and surprise her.
Yes, pretty much. And she actually knew that I was coming. Well, she thought she knew, but she didn't believe.
Right, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I came here as quick as I could. And when I got here, I've been supporting her the whole time that we've been together.
Yeah,
I've been paying her bills,
okay.
everything, the whole 9
Year
yards,
and a
buying her
half,
food, yes,
right.
everything,
Right.
taking care of her.
Right.
And when I got here, she didn't pick me up at the airport.
That was the first sign.
That was the first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's many more.
Okay.
Then when I got there, she wouldn't even hardly talk to me. She would go to one room. I would go and try to talk to her,
Right.
she would leave and get up and go to another room.
Right.
Like she's avoiding me.
Right.
And
Did you guys do video chats together? And
all the time.
Okay.
Yes. I paid for the Wi-Fi. You know.
And the loads.
So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And you know, it was a wonderful thing. She even had a sign up: "I will marry you. Please come." You know.
Right. Yeah.
And but when I got here, different story.
Okay.
She neglected me. She stole my money, and she hurt me bad. She hurt me very, very bad because I was anticipating love and retirement,
Right.
and happiness, and you know.
This is what you have been investing in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just the investment. I was investing my heart.
Helen, come here, Helen. Whenever I do videos, why you gotta come around? Okay.
I was investing my heart.
Right.
You know, my life.
Right.
And that is the main reason that I came to the Philippines, although I would not change being here for anything in the world.
Okay. So what happened? You know, had to file a claim, or you know, or what happened? You know,
Yes, well, I'll tell you,
because you were actually paying the rent,
absolutely
Yeah,
paying
right.
the rent, buying the food,
Right.
paying all the bills,
for paying the
motorcycle
refrigerator,
bill,
everything.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Listen. For those of you who want to fall in love online, go ahead.
be very careful.
Yeah. And you had to move out the house, right? It was your house or what?
Basically, it was my house, but in her name.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
When I got there, I gave her $470 cash American money.
Right.
I said, go exchange this, please. Well, she brought me back $18,000, which is way low from what I gave her.
Yes, it is.
Yes, about $100 short.
Right.
American.
Right. Yeah, 5,000.
Yes. And then the second night I was there, she slept on the floor. She would not even sleep with me.
Right.
You know, she would not get in the bed.
Did she have a boyfriend, or did she have somebody
Oh,
else?
she had, yes. And what I found out later that this is later now, that she had many.
Oh, okay.
A lot of traffic in and out, a lot of drinking, a lot of partying.
Doing
My money.
drugs? No. Don't answer that because I don't.
That I do not know.
Right. Okay. I don't want to put that out.
I never asked that.
So give us some respect.
Yes. But a lot of drinking.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That is a fact.
That ripple, the ripple of the Philippines, Tango White.
Sham pimple.
Oh, Sham Ripple. Yeah. There you go. Okay.
But yeah, she stayed out the second night that I was here. She stayed out all night. And then I knew. I saw her also passing my money out to 5 different people.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And looking over her shoulder, and I'm standing right there watching.
Right.
So she knew what time it was. She stayed gone all night the second night. I got up in the morning after filling the house up with groceries
Sure, sure.
and paying her rent that she said was 5,000, which was only 2,500.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. And then I got up, like I say, the next morning. She's still not there. She's still not there. I wait till about maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. She's still not there. I packed my bags and I. Okay.
But on the flip side, Mike has met some beautiful people.
Wonderful.
He's met an extension of my family who is helping him out a lot. But come on, let's go over here. Let's go and see one of Mike's toys.
Yes.
This is one of
my new toys.
This is one of his new toys. Let's go over here.
You know, I'm not a rich American. Everybody in the Philippines.
They will think you're rich.
They think you're rich because you're American.
Because you're American. Yeah,
I'm a poor American.
Yeah, but they don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You're American.
Not at all.
Oh wow. Tell us about this. Wow.
Oh my goodness. I had a lot of help getting that because I cannot sign for myself.
Right, okay.
This is a beautiful bike. I'm enjoying it immensely. I've already it only had like 8 miles on it when I got it. It's got over 100 or so now. And I just got it 2 days ago.
Right, okay, congratulations.
Yeah.
So what kind of bike is this?
It's well, I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't know what they are.
I don't care. It runs very
Right.
It's a rapid,
Okay.
Ruzy. I don't know, but it's good. It runs very great. I love it.
Okay. Now, Mike. Now, you also have a master plan here in the Philippines. You also, you want to tell people what your dream is of wanting to create and make happen here in the Philippines?
Yes.
But for those people who are watching, what he's going to tell you now is probably going to be one of the first times a project like this is happening in the Philippines. I wish him a lot of success, and probably some of you will probably end up being one of his customers once he tells you. Tell him
Now, are you telling about the motorbikes?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I build bicycles with motors on them. Very inexpensive, much more inexpensive than this. They would run around $350 to $400 American.
So you're looking at about 15,000. About 15,000 pesos is what he's talking about, because every 5,000 pesos is 100.
Right.
So you're talking about 300. So you're talking about 15,000 pesos. Right. So these are regular bikes that you put.
Bicycle, as long as it has enough room in between the crossbar that comes on the top. As long as you have enough room for the motor, I can build it.
Check this out, man.
I put a 80cc motor on it. It'll run 40 miles an hour, and it's much lighter, much more controllable, actually, than one of these bigger bikes.
Okay.
You know, it's a bicycle with a motor on it.
Right.
And it will go anywhere that this will go. And more places because
it's narrow. Yeah,
it's narrow.
Okay. So we're going to stop right here. Mike, thank you for coming aboard.
Yes,
right now, we're trying to take care of some other business with him, some other issues with him that everyone has when they come to the Philippines, and that's money. So we're working on transferring, him being able to transfer his money here in the Philippines. So remember, go ahead, Mike.
I do have one more thing to say. I've met some of the most beautiful and wonderful people since I've been here. Do not judge one person and make it everybody's judgment. Okay? Get to know people. I made a bad mistake. Be careful. Be careful online. Please, if you are online, do not send money. If you come to the Philippines and meet first.
Yeah.
All right? If a woman asks you for money, especially straight off, get rid of it. Okay? She should not do that. Okay? What I want people to understand is that the majority of the Filipino people are wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful people.
They call this part of the Philippines the land of the gentle people, Dumaguete and all this around this area. And I too have to say that you never judge a book by its cover. Because I know when I first met Mike, I was like, God damn, I tried to offer assistance. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna sit right the fuck here. but I know he was still shaking from the flight and everything else.
It's not
And the
just
culture
that.
shock.
I was also still shaking from the trauma that she put
Right,
me through.
right,
the
right,
woman
right,
put me through.
right.
I'd just been through that.
Right.
And my mind was very boggled.
Right.
My heart was broke.
Yeah.
Because I really love the woman.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's gone. I love everybody.
Right. Okay. With that being said, remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly. Always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. Are we gonna live good here?
Absolutely.
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 And if you haven't got a dream, a goal, an idea, just do what I used to do. Get as much as you can, as fast as you can, and get home. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of The Temptation once sung, treat her like a lady. And ladies,
A queen.
if you're lucky enough to have a good man like Mike and me, make us feel like a king. Okay? Remember, I always love you more. I want to thank Mia on the camera. And with that, Mike.
Yes, sir.
I'll be talking to you, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks a lot. Oh, nice helmet, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines. Well, today I have some very special guests. They're not my guests, they are Mia's guests. I told you Mia has a business that she's trying to sell plants on Facebook. Well, these are her partners who also sell plants, very successful, mind you. So right now, I'd like to introduce you to, what's your name?
Charlie.
Huh?
Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlene.
Charlie, how old is Charlie? 10 years old? Very pretty. What's your name?
Joviline.
This is Jobeline.
Mother's
Mary Lou. And what's your name?
Ray.
Ray. And this is come on here.
Say hi,
This is a young man. Okay, as you see, we have an
How are
we have an expression called putting on the dog. And that's what Mia did right here. Mia, tell us what we're going to be eating here. What is this?
chicken soup. Just
Chicken adobo? Chicken.
fritada.
Okay.
And
And of course you have the rice. Come over here closer. Angelica, show the fish. Look at the fish here. Wow.
grilled fish.
Grilled fish. And what's this?
That's sauce,
Sauce.
tomato, cucumber, onion, and soy sauce.
I would ask you to join us, but unfortunately there's not enough. So right now I just want to say, remember you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and go to Dumaguete Plants. What's the name of where you guys at?
Dumaguete plant lover. Valenciano plant lover. Inyong, proprietar, ano sa to? Kumagay mo. Sa Valenciano, Joviline Supli.
Oh,
Supli.
Jobeline.
Supli.
How you spell? How you spell your name?
Joviline Supli.
How you spell?
Joviline.
Okay. I feel like
My
my Macola?
yes.
Okay. In my mind, M-Y-M-Y.
M-A-I.
I feel like I'm eating with celebrities. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and of course we're gonna start off by saying a grace. Raphael, come here, Raphael. Raphael is gonna lead us in prayer. Say prayer, Raphael. Amen. Thank you, Raphael. Okay, so we'll talk to everyone. Thank Angelica on the phone, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's eat, yo. Okay, I got something special for you. Right now, I am in San Jose, and a lot of y'all hit me up about touching the pork with my fingers. Wait. Let me make this right. Like this. Okay, like this. This is Orlando. This is Orlando. He's the owner. He's a master butcher. Oh, hey, Mr. Head. Let's see. Oh,
No more.
and you're watching them butcher. Now, what happens is that the people who raise the hogs, they come by in the morning. This is Sunday. This is the big market day here in San Jose. And you see they're chopping it up in ham. And you see on the table here where they have a whole lot of meat already cut. There's the head right there. There's the head right there. What's up, brother? My bulldog. And right now we're in San Jose. See, this is the San Jose marketplace. It's Sunday, it's still early in the morning, but Sunday is a big day because that's when everybody comes to the market. I'm gonna step here, and we're gonna watch him do his thing for a few minutes. You're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Oh.
He buy 1 kilo.
They buy 1 kilo. See what? This is the. Oh. Should I tell you that we've been drinking? Should I tell you that we've been drinking Red Horse all morning? So we're gonna watch it. And what they do is that they bring the pigs down from the mountains or wherever they raise them, and the sellers bring it here. And what they do is that they chop it. They chop it up all the way down, and then they weigh it, and then they pay the wholesalers the cost. Yeah, ready. Look, look at them go. Look at them go. Wow. And right there's where it goes. And let me tell you, see how that knife go through you? A pig? It'll go very easy through you. So, there. So they bring it in here, and then they weigh it. They weigh it, gives it the amount of how much it weighs. He's taking another piece now and puts it on the scale. This is Bond. He's like the apprentice. He tells Orlando how much it is, and what Orlando does is that he marks it down on a board how much the weight is, and at the end of the time that the pig is fully weighed, then he pays him. All right, we'll go back over here where he's chopping them up. Wow, that knife is sharp. Okay, he brings another piece in here, weighs it, chops it down, and on Sunday, Orlando, how many pieces you think you sell today? Yeah.
Today?
Yeah. 11 pigs. That's a lot. That's a lot of pork. Here he is right now. He's bringing the back. This is the back. He's cutting the hind part now. And of course, my red horse. Salamat. Now, a lot of the guts, the innards, that what comes out of it, Orlando normally gives to me to take to my dogs, and we boil it and give to the dogs. This man collecting the legs. Look how fast he's butchering this thing down. And the Filippina'S come getting their pork for their families. See, here they come, getting their pork for their families. For Sunday, Sunday's the time when they get the meat for birthdays, whatever celebration they might have. This is the best time to get it. Okay, so we're going to sit over here, and I'm going to sit in my chair, and we're going to look over here across the top. As you see, he's still. These are some of the sellers. My botag, amigos. My botag. These are sellers who come down from the mountain, who bring the pigs down to be butchered and sold. So today he's gonna be. See, he has it all under the table. Plenty of pieces in here. See, they don't say plenty of parts, they say plenty of pieces. Okay, and that's what they're doing now. They're butchering it down. And at the same time, taking care of the customers. My botak, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, yes. Sometimes I joke with them and tell them I'm going to cut it. That's Orlando right there. He's adding it up and tells him how much is it, Orlando?
20.
20?
Yeah.
How much money?
How much money? 352 na, 352.
He has a board here that he keeps track of people who he owes or people who owe him. I know it's kind of loud in here, but yeah, every now and then I will buy pork for the families. I mean, not big families, but when I see them. Where's hers, Orlando?
What?
Where's her meat? How much?
320.
I buy.
Oh!
I buy. Yeah, die, I buy. Okay. You're welcome. Bye. Every now and then I would do that. Oh no! Lando's grabbing everything off the table now. No. Okay. So we're gonna stop right here. I just want to give you an idea of what goes on here at the market while he chops it down. Lando can't pass him a good sucker when he sees one. Okay, so we'll be right back. Remember, you're watching Gerard, Black in the Philippines, with the truth.